I'm Coach Mack Brown, head coach of the North Carolina Tar Heels, and I'm chopping it up with Buck.
I'm Nina King, Vice President and Director of Athletics at Duke University. I'm chopping it up with Buck.
Welcome back to Chopping It Up with Buck. We're at the Vintage Whiskey and Cigar Bar. And gave us some really nice Placentia cigars. I mean, they are really good. I'm Charles Arbuckle, Chopping It Up with Buck. We are here at the Ballantyne Country Club. You can see we're living in the high cotton today. We're back on Chopping It Up with Buck. I got Will Shipley.
I'm Dwight Hollier, and I'm chopping it up with Buck.
I love it.
If we ever would have played together, everybody in the world know who would have been the tight end. His claim to fame is, he's a better tight end. Dude, when did you block anybody in the 80s and the 90s? Come on now.
The choices when it came down to me picking my college, Notre Dame kind of had the whole package, you know what I'm saying? My dad played football at UGA, grew up a diehard UGA fan. And so really, I thought I was always going to try to go to Georgia my entire life. And then I finally went up to Notre Dame. I saw the campus, met the coaches, saw the opportunity I could get for going there on scholarship. And really, it just all aligned. It's a great school with great football, and it got me the opportunity to be where I am now.
So you talk about Christian McCaffrey. I think that was really neat. He reached out to you, or you guys got connected. What are some of the things that he's been able to help you with, and just kind of help you develop?
Just his perspective and the way he looks at the game. The couple of times that I've been blessed to work out with him, talk to him, just have any conversation, he's always given me a different perspective on the game. And really at life, he does so many things that allow him to be a step above everybody that he competes with. And that's why he's the best at what he does.
That building served our community in the greater state and the region for about 18 years.
Oh, wow.
And with the way they set that dynamite up, that building came down in about 18 seconds.
Wow.
But to see that implosion, I say, hey, if you ain't David Copperfield, you need to find you someplace else to work.
What's the coolest thing from your pro career that when you think about it now, you're like, man, that was pretty cool?
Being able to play in 2 Super Bowls, losing one, and then had a chance to go back and win another one, because a lot of guys get a chance to play 10, 12 years, never have a chance to experience going to the Super Bowl.
We're back with Chopping It Up with Buck. I got my man Leonard Wheeler here. We were just really getting into some really good stuff here, Leonard.
And he said, I want to give you a chance. I said, I called Coach Maddox. Hey, Coach, Leonard Wheeler from Ole Miss. I want to come there and play football. We don't have any scholarships. I don't need one. I'll earn one. Game on. I'm hungry. Let's go, Buck.
I'm glad. The quarterbacks today have it a lot easier than we ever did. But it's guys that laid down that foundation. We tried to carry it. And it's a different generation. You can't blame the times change. My dad used to talk about having to walk 12 miles to go to school. I never had to do that.
Hello, I'm Sporty Gerald, and man, I am here chopping it up with Buck. Today is an awesome day.
Chopping it up with Buck. Let's go chopping it up with my man, Buck.
I'm Andre Ware, and I'm privileged to be chopping it up with Buck.
What is it about that leadership that you were talking about?
Yeah, well, I think when you have as many returning players as they do in the starting lineup, when you're looking at 19 to 20 returnees, you have high expectations. But of course, they brought in a new defensive coordinator in Brad Lambert and changed a lot of the defensive staff.
I have Shaka Haywood. He and I were talking before the break. I played with Craig Ironhead Haywood in New Orleans. Tell us about your career and your progression getting to Duke, and now some of the things you're doing on the field.
Getting to Duke, it was I was under just watching Joe Giles Harris. He's with the Buffalo Bills now. Just watching everything that he did. He just taught me, stay in the film room, just getting new knowledge from different coaches and putting it all together and into my game.
It's been a great week at the NFL Scouting Combine. We're outside of Lucas Oil Stadium, a full-scale interview. When you come in for 2 or 3 days, you get interviewed or you get interrogated, but whatever you do, you make the most of it. Interview or interrogation.
Yeah, it's still the same way, man. NFL teams just trying to figure out as much as they can about you, a little bit about your background, how you grew up, things like that. It ain't nothing changed but the year.
The last thing is pass pro. You know, everybody's gonna know you can run, catch, do all that. But how have you perfected that during this off season and really get ready for the next level?
Definitely. Well, it starts in drills for sure. Working my hands, working my technique. But it really gets better with reps.
I knew this is the biggest interview of my life, so I mean, I'm open and honest every question, so it was cool.
We can't tie Larry Johnson up for 7 or 8 hours while we get the lighting and everything, right? So Sporty gets to be Larry, you know, for the day. And so I'm the lighting dummy, so I'm sitting there, but I got Larry's uniform on, man. And that was my opportunity to be in the NBA for a day. And, you know, and Larry come in, you know, I've been sitting there for 5 hours. He come in for 17 minutes, snap, snap, stab, and he gone. But it was that was a good day for me.
Guy says, hey, this is Harvey Green with the Miami Dolphins. I'm about to put you on the phone with Don Shula. Dude, I start jumping around the room like I'm not screaming, but I am jumping boom, boom, boom all over the room.
We're in Durham, North Carolina at Duke University, and I have Nina King.
And so football as a driver brings in most of the revenue, whether it's via media deals or, you know, putting folks in Wallace Wade and buying popcorn and all of the kind of ancillary things around a football game day. So it's really important for it to be successful, because if it's not successful, then TV doesn't want to put us on and people don't want to come to games and buy popcorn. And so the success of football is really important. And I'm so excited that Coach Elko is here, and he's got an incredible staff, and there's just kind of a rejuvenated energy around Duke football.
We're down in the 2-minute drill now. Megan Thee Stallion or Beyonce? Ooh.
Megan.
Say Megan Thee Stallion.
I'm 6'4", man. I'm 6'4", 6'3", you know. But I'm a little pretty boy.
All right, you're marching it down the field. McDonald's or Wendy's?
Wendy's. 4 for 4, no question.
4 for 4?
4 for 4.
So McDonald's,
Hey, I don't mind McDonald's, but the 4 for 4, I mean, I just don't know if you can pass it up.
Last one. What's your favorite movie of all time?
Where the Red Fern Grows. Saw it with my grandpa. I remember it to this day. And that movie made me tear up when I was like 8. So I thought that's the only movie that comes to mind, straight to mind.
I'm throwing the flag before the 2-minute drill even starts.
No.
I'm throwing the flag right now.
You gotta do it. You gotta do it. All right, it's gonna be easy. All right, man. Thanks a lot for coming on this episode of Chopping It Up with Buck.